What's up? Yo, what's up, people? Let's just talk about, like, I'm still here. I cannot say why. I don't know, I just went through a phase of where I basically stayed away from kind of everyone. Okay. Let's just understand some things here. You know, I just had the strangest phenomenon. I don't even know where to start, because a whole new concept of thoughts just entered my perceptual space, which is the space that I can perceive. You know, I'm just trying to teach you some, you know, proper English. So what am I trying to say? First of all, I cannot die now. That's important. Why can I not die? Because I have to get to the death route. Okay. What am I talking about? Gee. First of all, I always feel a little bit awkward when I sit here and I talk because I have neighbors. And I feel like I have to be really quiet. And I'm not sure how quiet I really have to be. I think I'm just gonna change something here. I just want the microphone a little bit closer. So that I feel like I don't have to talk super loud. Yeah, my laptop's running hot. I feel like I need a new computer at some point. That one is tricky, by the way. You know, I have to open up again to creating content now. I have to open up to creating content again because... Shit. I know, I thought I just stopped. Or not really. Okay, let me get... You know, let's just get to the place where I want to be, which is the place of trust. Okay? Where I know I can do this again. Because for some reason I just lost it. Because I did so much stuff and then I thought, you know, I'm just gonna stop now. You know, not entirely, but I just didn't want to continue recording content because, I mean, let's face it, I've already recorded content until mid-February. I mean, how does that make sense? Right? Like, why am I recording? I don't even remember ever having done this one. You know, what I could do now, instead of going in there and then having to go back. Yeah, but I'm not sure where this is. I think it's just gonna get me back. I could have just taken it, gone back, killed myself, and then... But that's not an option. So I have to live, right? I have to live. You know, I tried avoiding it. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it again now. So what I know in the death route, because I didn't remember that from last time, there are no... This was just about the crystal. Which means there are no... Like, I don't have to go there. This is basically what I'm trying to say. Wow. Yeah, second one is still my favorite. Okay. Okay. I'm thinking. Okay. I'm just trying to blank out my mind because it's a little bit overwhelming. You see, whatever you've been told about the spiritual path, what I have to say is that, right, it's about letting go. And letting go is about you have very little to cling to, which means you trust your feeling, you do what you feel like, and then you see whatever the consequences are. Okay. You know, you've seen now the videos that I recorded up until now. They're an awful lot. And damn it. Hey, I still got the life. Wow, shit. Yeah, I have to do that again. Which is really a pity. Hey, look at that. That was neat. So amongst all the terror, okay, what was I facing? You know, I did a lot of videos. First of all, good news. I haven't recorded it yet, but I learned a new trick, and I didn't even know where it's coming from. I know how to walk backwards on the slack line. You know, it just happened, and I would call that, what? Where's the rest of them? Why is this level so short? What am I missing? I don't know, something just happened and I don't get it. I mean, I'm just back, and suddenly I have all these things, like, you know, I have this sound, I have my Blu-ray player, I have a giant speaker box, I have a whole bag full of a whole bag full of Blu-rays and DVDs, like Ghibli movies, these kinds of things, and also like The Bourne, the Bourne series, you know, all the movies that I still had at my parents' place. I now have them here. And I didn't know. I mean, I knew I was taking it, but I wasn't prepared to actually get it. Right? And that's strange. Hey, that took me by surprise. Okay, what else? I forgot how easy these are. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Now he's gonna throw. Yeah? Extra hard now. Okay. You know, it feels like, I'm just gonna try it from that perspective. How do I feel like? It feels like I just went through, you know, a couple of weeks of, you know, mad kind of content creation, making art, you know, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And then suddenly it's over, just like that, in one flash. And so, you know, the last time you heard me speak was, you know, yesterday when I filmed myself drinking beer and then slacklining. And then suddenly I wake up in a room and everything's different. Suddenly I have a Blu-ray player. Suddenly I have all these Blu-rays. I have old Nintendo N64 games. But I don't have an N64 anymore because I chucked it. So suddenly you have to think about things that I didn't have to think about before, which is, am I gonna get an N64 at some point and a PlayStation 2 just to, you know, reconnect with these games and just play them whenever I feel like it? You know, it's a possibility, at least, but to me, you know, my mind works different than yours, maybe. You know, to me, this kind of stuff, which we, you know, let's just call it the worldly stuff, you know, it's, I don't know how to deal with this shit. Because it's just too much, you know. If I sit here and I have these things, you know, I don't just watch a movie, right? I go through phases of, you know, okay, now I have these things. Am I gonna sell them and buy rapé from it, for instance, or just buy peanut butter or something? Or what else am I going to do with it? Am I going to, you know, that was the first thought I had, you know. Am I just going to sell these things, or am I going to keep them and just use them? And can I allow myself, you know, it's just the same thing I had with the chicken. You know, can I allow myself to eat chicken, or is it gonna ruin whatever I'm trying to do? Because I've talked to you about it, I've had a vision of my life. And I can see a certain path unfolding. And then the question is, can I actually ruin Reusch? Can I actually ruin this for myself? By making mistakes, you know, can I make mistakes? Oh, yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm just gonna go back. Because I want to do the time trial. I should have just continued playing, doesn't matter. You see, to you that may sound all really weird, but I've had visions of what I have to do in this life. And I'm the one that's in the middle of it, that has to live it. You know, I don't know. I mean, let's face it, I have visions. Where do they come from? You know, I don't believe, okay, I believe maybe there's some kind of God, I don't know. You know, I have a certain kind of faith, but I don't, you know, I'm not really the kind of person that prays a lot. You know, I just work on faith. Hey, that didn't come the first time. Wow, okay, yeah, that's gonna not work. I shouldn't have taken the... Okay, so I will just play it through once. And when I know that, I'm just gonna collect the gems, you know? Right, the other one I can just take it. Oh, damn it. I'm a little bit shook. I think you can tell. I don't know what's left and what's right at the moment. Okay, where was I? Okay, let me just pause this for a second. What happened? I went and I did the things that I talked to you about. Okay, I'm just gonna keep playing. I'm just gonna try to get it straight, like to get it. You know, I'm gonna manage. You know, I believe in myself. Okay. First, okay, shit. I don't know how much people actually listen here to what I say. You know, there were several revelations that I've had in a matter of hours, which completely blew my mind, like literally blew my mind. And that was like one after another, after another, after another. And I don't get it. You know, I don't even know what blew my mind. It's just like strange stuff happening. And the strangest thing is the feeling. I have a really weird kind of feeling about what's going on. I mean, there's a feeling like something's going to pop. And I don't know what that is. It's really hard to say. Because for you, you know, what I'm saying now is being recorded on the 10th of September. But you're going to hear it, you're going to listen to it on the, you know, like 17th of February, something like this, right? I don't have it completely. Okay, now I'm starting to, you know, if it's a lot, you just have to sort it out. Just go through it, start at the beginning, and then work yourself forward. You know, if you have a lot to process, what you have to do is start at the beginning. You know, that's like childhood, right? And this is what I'm doing now. I don't know why I'm doing it at the age of 34. You know, age is relative. It does not matter at all how old you are. Because in me, there's this little child, this gentle being, and somehow, apparently in this life, you know, which is a term that I just use because people seem to think that this is the way it is. I'm not sure about it. I'm supposed to show people how to live your life and be happy by just doing what you want to do. And that's a very strange concept, because what you always have to consider is that when you are happy and you show to the world that you are happy, then you have to face a lot of stuff like jealousy, right? And that's tough, like really tough. And this time I missed the checkpoint. So I actually should be able to do it again. Let's see if that's gonna work. Probably not. Why jealousy? Because most people are working in factories. You know, they hate their lives. And now I'm supposed to like mine. Why? Well, because people are in need of people that have something to give. But in order for these people to have something to give, what? They have to have time available. And the only way you can have time available is if you get support from the outside, right? I've told you, I get support from my parents. Because they realize, you know, I don't know what this child is doing of us, but he's doing something, and apparently it's making him happy. Like, so happy that, you know, when he comes to us, he can actually just give us some of his happiness. And every time he comes, we kind of feel relieved and relaxed and a bit better. And it's really strange that that's working, but that's about, you know, the holy grail. You pile up energy, energy is starting to flow out of you, and you choose what you're going to invest it in. Now, you could say, you know, my father did not have this kind of choice. And because, you know, his father died when he was very young. So he had to work all the time. And now, right? But he kind of realizes, I don't know, you know, he's my son. And he never really knew, you know, what he wanted to do. And now he found something, and he seems to be good at it. And he can even talk about it and teach it, because he can communicate on a level that most people just don't understand. Because it's, you know, he's kind of in his mind so far away that nobody really understands what he's saying, but what he's doing, you know, looks kind of nice. And, you know, so if you have a father that is kind of, you know, spiritually, let's call it, you know, he has no idea what's going on. I have some idea, and, you know, I'm reluctant to stop pursuing this. You know, I just keep going. And nobody can deny that I'm doing something. But I mean, do you know what I'm doing? You know, I'm just sharing what I found in myself with the rest of the world. Now, you may not like it, you know, the way I'm sharing it, but I'm sharing it anyway, right? And the way I see it happening for myself is that people are going to right, keep watching my content, and there are going to be people who are going to, I think, really like it. And sometimes I just don't understand why, because, you know, what's the big deal? You know, I'm just filming myself in my apartment, and I'm basically sacrificing my entire life, and I'm basically, you know, as transparent as you can be without filming yourself taking a shit, or without filming yourself, let's say, you know, having sex. But I just don't want to do it. I thought about, you know, you could always do porn, but then I said, yeah, I'd rather not do it. Which I think, you know, I'm going to keep it that way. Okay. This is just what I wanted to say from the very beginning. So I have something that I believe in, which is I have something to give, and I want to give this to a lot of people. And I tried to explain it to others before, but nobody understood what I was saying. Well, now you can see it, you know. I recorded lots of content and I make myself available to the entire world. I mean, you can see where I sleep, you know, all this kind of stuff. Most people could never do this simply because they would be unwilling to give away so much of themselves. You know, my mother just said it to me, you know, she could never do that, you know, because that's private for her. I don't know. I don't have this. You know, I actually like doing it. And the question is, should I like this? You know? But the answer is yes. Because I can actually transform it. You know, I can literally transform. Okay, now let's keep talking about what I'm actually trying to say here, which I'm not sure I'm making a very good job at. Shit, man. Just too much stuff is happening. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the level through. Yeah, thank you. Now I have the gem, I will go back and I can continue. Sweet. Yeah, that's also how I planned it. Yes, still got the gem. Stupid. Okay, so I have to talk about this stuff because it's too much to process just in my mind, so I have to get it out. This is my diary. This is basically unprocessed thought. The reason I'm recording this is because I have to talk about it to get it out of my system. I don't have to share it online, but I have to. I mean, you get what I'm saying? If I say, you know, I don't have to share it online, you know, that could be talking from your perspective, you know. You could film yourself, but you don't have to share it. You could record yourself, but you don't have to share it. I'm doing this because what liberates me from my lies and helps me to be truthful is speaking the truth, recording it, and then making it accessible to other people so that, you know, everybody can hear, you know, that's who I am. And I basically do this so that, you know, I just have to live truthfully. Because if I don't, people will know that I'm a phony. And it's essential that there are people out there who simply say, hey, that's exactly who I am. You know, that's exactly who I am. And if you don't like it, you know, deal with it. You know, I cut my hair with scissors. And, you know, I play Crash Bandicoot at what you may consider an advanced age, but age is relative. You know, you're as old as you want to be. And what do I care if you like what I'm doing, right? You know, I shouldn't care about this. And so I just continue living my life. Yeah, it's always good if you get that one. Shock again. Okay. So yesterday I drank beer, which was weird. You know, I thought I actually wasn't supposed to do this. I thought I wasn't supposed to do this, but I did it anyway. And I actually liked that I did it. And I felt like because I did it, I slid into something. And the same with the eating meat and stuff. No, this makes no sense. I'm just showing you that I'm struggling. Yeah, not there, down, please. Oh, I think it's actually the running to the front. Okay, that one I like. Okay. Are we still continuing? Yes. Okay, what am I trying to understand here? How do I feel about everything that happened? I don't know. You know what I'm most astonished about? That my parents are so happy to see me every time. Like, they actually can't believe it that I'm still showing up. Like they almost thought I would abandon them or something. And I think, I actually thought about it myself sometimes. And then the question is, of course, why? Yeah, I don't know. Because I don't want to talk about these things anymore. I know I have to. So, talking about prison and free will, I have the free will to follow my heart, and my heart says you have to sit here and talk about this. But I can't even get it together. It's too much. It's too much. It's too many emotions. It's too much stuff that, just is beyond my grasp. And it just makes no sense, That's the only thing I can say to you. It just makes no sense. Okay, what makes sense? I went to the Boulder Hall. That makes no sense, okay. There's nothing to say anymore. I know, I just feel like I just broke through something. And yet I'm still in the same place. The only thing that changed is I have all this junk here now. And of course, that's a perspective. Is it junk? Well, the thing is, do I want to live my life watching movies? I don't know, apparently. But, yeah, let's try this. Also, not really. Not really. But I'm doing it anyway. I mean, I'm sitting here playing a computer game for children. It's not true, it's just for people who have nothing else to do. And that's also not true because, I have a lot to do, but I've done it all already. I've recorded so much stuff. So why am I recording this now also? Well, it bugs me, Now we're back here. Why am I doing what I'm doing? I think that's the question I'm trying to answer. And there is no answer to it. The answer is, I'm doing it. That's the only thing I can tell you. I'm doing it. And I'm not doing it. What am I trying to say? I do it because I feel like I have no other choice. I feel like I'm here on a mission, and I'm trying to communicate to people, how you can change, how you can lead a different life. But what you have to understand is that people are confused and afraid, and they don't really understand what's going on anymore. I mean, they don't know, who to trust, can I trust the state? Can I trust politicians? Can I trust whoever. Well, the answer is you have to learn to trust yourself. And when you watch this, you know, and or maybe you will never watch this because maybe YouTube is going to delete my entire channel by then, which is always a possibility. And then what am I going to do? You know, maybe I will never sell a single book while I'm alive. You know, maybe I'm like one of these other artists and I'll just die at some point, and then people are going to read my books like, oh wow, you know, we just waited till he died. Which I hope is not going to be the case, but it might be the case. And that's a kind of a scary place to be in. Now I feel uncomfortable again to speak here because there's somebody underneath here, and I think this is where her bedroom is. And I don't know if that, you know, can she really hear me? Does this annoy her? You know, normally people don't speak when they're alone in their apartment, right? But yeah, I mean, I'm a content creator, so I do so. You know, so you could say I'm strange. And I find myself strange. Okay, what happened? I'm just stretching this out, by the way, because I'm just losing track of what's real all the time, right? And I don't even take anything for that, you know. You know, I'm basically clean. You know, I just do what everybody else does. You know, I haven't smoked in a while. I haven't, you know, I drink coffee. Now I ate the chicken, which is also weird. You know, that blew my mind. Am I just eating meat now? Have I turned into a meat eater now? I don't think so. I think I may eat chicken occasionally, but I don't want to eat meat all the time. I want to stay vegetarian, and that's something that is important to me specifically. That's just a choice that I make. You know, I can eat meat, I know that now, but I also realize that it's heavy. It's heavy to digest. And, you know, that's what you have to decide for yourself. Okay. Okay, right now I'm recording. Oh, I forgot. And often I don't feel like it until I've actually done it. And then when I'm done recording, then I'm happy that I did it, because I have another day that I filled with content. So apparently I'm just recording a lot of content because possibly I'm going to do other things at some point. Now, one thing that I'm often being told from the inside is, you know, be like James Bond. And, you know, how is James Bond? You know, the way he's been pictured, you know, he always has a woman. But I don't have one at the moment. And that's strange, right? There's no woman. So I'm not like James Bond. And I also don't just want to take a woman. You know, I say I'm kind of an idealist. I say, you know, I want the woman to give herself to me. I do not want to go and take women, I want that the woman comes and says, I give myself to you because I like you so much. And that's, I have this ideal version of how my life is supposed to be like. And I'm willing to go the extra mile. And I'm also willing to accept help from others. And not many people can do that because they have all this false pride and they don't really believe in what they're doing. But I believe in a way in what I'm doing. And so I just push through. And I just push through, and I push through, and I push through, and I push through. And after yesterday, I came back, and then I was here, and I felt really terrible. I mean, really terrible. And I thought, what am I supposed to do now? I have created so much content, I have no energy left. What else am I supposed to do now? I have overexerted myself to get to this point, and now I don't know what to do at this point. Because nothing has really changed except for, I have a lot of movies. And all this stuff. And I think, why do I have all this stuff? Okay, apparently there's a message that I have to get by watching movies. It motivates me to some degree, but to some degree, movies also bore me. It could be that it's the same with these books that I have everywhere. In my room, I just have them, but I don't read them, Could be that I'm just not gonna read. Could be that I won't watch all these movies. I just have them because, if I've watched it already, I don't have to actually watch it again. I can just access it with my mind. But sometimes I actually have to go back and watch it. Whatever. You have to decide for yourself. Okay, what else happened? I'm just gonna put it out there like this. To you, it doesn't seem like an awful lot of stuff happened, but to me, it seems like it's a lot. Because I'm trying to understand what it all means so that I can, plan my next steps. And get new ideas to create more content and to also work on the art that I've already, the sketches that I already have. Because that needs to be done. And now I have to find the motivation to do it, which is why, watching movies can actually help me with this. Because I can watch a movie and I can then recover my strength by relaxing. And well, but now I'm recording this again, so maybe that's not really true. I just want to make a point. Okay, I went to the Boulder Hall and I met someone that confused me because I found her really attractive. She was there and I felt like there was some kind of message, but I'm not really getting it because in my mind I'm still stuck with this woman I keep talking about. And what I'm not sure about is if it has to be that woman or if this woman just stands for something. Um, but I don't know what she would stand for. You know, is this just, oh, this kind of, you know, it's just maybe the personality that I was looking for, but it's not this specific woman. It's just, you know, I'm just looking for a woman. And that I thought I found her, but it wasn't her. It was just that, you know, sometimes you just need to be with a woman. And maybe, you know, it doesn't have to be this or that woman. You know, it just has to be a woman. And you just have to wait until this woman is there. You get what I'm saying? You know, let's just jump into this. So all I can do at this moment, you know, I can't do an awful lot because I don't have money, I think, right? You know, I think. I say I think because I haven't checked my bank account or my emails. So anything can change at any point, and that's important to always consider, you know, because what I'm doing is, you know, I'm dealing with things that are almost too large for me to deal with. And I cannot concern myself with people that live under me and may get annoyed. Hey, that was cool. You know, at me talking because I can't help it. You know, I'm sorry I'm here. You know, but that's what I do, right? You know, right? That's, you could say it's my profession. You know, what do you do? Oh, you know, what's your profession? I don't know. I'm a content creator. That's what I do then, right? I'm a content creator. And that's hard. So I'm just, you know, taking what I can, whatever I can, to just keep giving people more content. Simply because, and now it comes, YouTube is really demanding. I mean, have you ever been a content creator? I'm telling you, it's kind of insane. Because you have to do a lot, like really a lot of stuff. And if you still want to live some kind of life, what you may realize is that it's hard because I don't know why. Actually, if you like YouTube and you just like creating content, it's actually not that hard. You just have to keep going. You know, you don't have to make it sound harder than it is. Okay, I'm opening up again. Okay, what else? Okay, I went to the boulder hole. I met this young woman. We didn't talk or anything. I just said hi, and I thought she was attractive, and I felt like there was something. That's it. You know, maybe just a sign. You know, you will meet someone else, or maybe it's gonna be her, and then I have to do the letting go of this other woman, which I still feel incredible love for, but I also feel incredible love for every other woman that I've ever been with, because I just have a loving nature. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice myself because I wasn't sure if I got the last 2 crates. Hey, look at this. Oh yeah, okay, there's nothing. Okay, I'm really stuck on saying, I went to the boulder hall. I don't even know. I'm not even sure why. Um, because I liked her, and I only saw her once, and there was something about her that I liked. But the question is, did I like? Did I see this other woman in her? It doesn't matter exactly. Keep going. I take what's being given. So yeah, if you want to donate, feel free. I'll put it to use. You can be sure of that. Okay, now I'm sure I got it. Okay, and I cannot force anyone to give me anything. But if someone wants to give me something, I'll take it. The question is, what is being given? Was it just, seeing the woman and having like a muse, or will we also get physical with each other, which is something that I would appreciate because I like getting physical with women, but I haven't really had any of that. That's a valid point, So that kind of confuses me because I feel like something's about to happen, but I felt like this already many times before. At the same time, I still feel the irritation of whoever's living underneath me, but I just have to continue anyway. Okay. Then, I did a lot of stuff. I mean, I hiked so much. 5 is the number of truth, by the way. And all I talk about is emotions. Because, the real stuff, I think, I keep for my books. That's a valid point, right? I don't do YouTube to make an awful lot of sense. I do YouTube just to have fun. And to process, right? This is also different from my podcast. YouTube to me is literally fun, I just do this, I just fool around a little. I just show you, that's what I can do. And I'm not even sure if I should continue. But in a way, I also like YouTube. But it's still also, yeah, it's a challenge. That's all it is. To me, it's just a challenge. I just want to prove, how long can I keep this going? I don't know, right? I keep getting messages about, saying I keep getting messages is a better way than saying I hear voices. It's the same thing, but you always have to consider other people are a bit paranoid about everything. Okay. You know what I all did, it's in my content. What you don't know is that today, I was kind of hanging loosely in the air, okay? Maybe people even enjoy my confusion because then they feel more sane, Maybe that's why people are going to watch me, because they're going to think, holy shit, I mean, that guy is really insane, so, I feel better about myself. Yeah, it's possible. Or maybe it's just my aura that's so nice. I don't know. Okay. I went to, no, I just want to say Boulder Hall again. It just keeps coming. I don't know where from. I mean, it's enough to say it once, isn't it? Yeah, we're getting towards winter. I'm really confused at the moment. I feel like I'm in a roller coaster. Ah, damn it, this one again. Okay, I went to the boulder hall. We had that. You see, you know, I'm just running in circles on purpose. Not really. Oh, damn it. I was hoping I would keep this other one. Because getting all of these... Damn it. So you have to jump left there. Otherwise you can't get at these crates. Okay. And today I was confused. Yeah, I feel like I'm in a roller coaster. I went to the park. You know, hey, I wasn't super sure what to do today, and then I came to the conclusion I'm gonna pack my slackline because I love slacklining, just love it. I'm gonna go to the park and I'm gonna not film myself. You know, that's what I said. You know, I'm not gonna not film myself because I just don't want to do it. You know, because I don't have the space available. I just don't want to film myself with a camera outside at the moment. And maybe not at all for a long time, you know. I'm not yet. I haven't came to a conclusion about that one yet. So I'm still thinking about it. You know, how am I supposed to proceed? I feel like I want to dive deeper into my art. That's what I feel like. I want to dive deeper into doing art. Is there something down there? Okay, I got that one. No, there's not. Is there something? No. Okay, I want to dive deeper into art. I've realized that. And that's what I want to do at the moment, actually. I want to stay here. And want to focus on the art. To some degree. Because I need to get this done, because doing art is really hard. I mean, it's a real challenge. And I just still don't get it, why people like me. I'm serious about this, I don't get it. I don't know why people like me. I don't know why a woman would want to be with me. You know, I just don't get it. You know, I really mean it when I say that I think I'm awful. But I like what I'm doing, you know? I like what I'm doing, you know? That's the only thing that keeps me going. I think I'm kind of weird. I think I'm kind of disgusting. You know, I would understand it if nobody would ever watch my content. But I have the feeling they will. And that's the weirdest thing of all, right? To just know you know, it's gonna work. Although you don't like yourself. And how am I supposed to deal with this? Because it makes no sense. You know, number 7, the 7th chakra is the crown chakra. Oh, damn it. It's the crown chakra. Yes, sorry. It's the crown chakra. And it stands for, I don't know, maybe higher wisdom. I keep thinking of friends that I used to have, but it all seems like really far away. Okay, I went to the park. I put up my slackline. I actually didn't want to do it, but I did it anyway. And then, you know, the voice was asking me, why are you here? Like, what is your purpose? And I was like, I don't know. Talking? Being myself? You know, just showing what I can do? Being an alternative to the system and all this kind of, oh damn it, you know, you know, being the alternative to being obese and actually knowing what I'm doing, because that's also what it's about. You know, I have a fairly good idea what I'm doing and that it's going to work, but I can't explain to you why. Why do I believe in what I'm doing? Well, because I had a vision. I had a vision, and I know that I have to be the one that manifests this vision into existence. And that's a challenge, but I know that I can take this challenge. And that's why I keep going, because if I don't do it, nobody's gonna do it like what I can do. Nobody's gonna do that. You know, at least I won't do it, and I want to do it because I just want to see how far I can go with this. Well, that's a valid point. You know, that's something good. You know, good that you said that. The voice says. And I'm not the only one that ever heard the voice. You know, Terence McKenna speaks about this openly, which helps me to open up about it as well. And if I don't talk about it, I literally go insane. And the way Alan Watts said it was, if I don't talk to you about it, I don't know what I mean. But I can't talk about what happens to me to people directly because they would just interrupt me all the time. Because we all want to be heard, we all want to be seen, but not everybody has something to say. And then you could say, what do you mean with that? Well, exactly what I'm saying, you know. Not everybody has something to say. There are people that have nothing to say. You know, like politicians. You know, what do they talk about? Blah, 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 blah. You know, what do I talk about? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but I go slacklining in the forest and I do things that I think, you know, could help humanity progress. You know, the talking I do because, I don't know, I just feel like I have to do this. To keep people occupied, maybe, to just hold the space. I think that's the most valid point. I think if my neighbor would really hate it that I talk here so much, then she should write me a note and ask, you know, give me her schedule, and then I can possibly adjust to it. And maybe she doesn't actually mind, you know. That's also, they always look like hot irons to me, you know, like what you use to iron your shirts, which I would never do because I think it's a waste of time. I mean, if you hang it up properly, you know, the shirt will not have a lot of wrinkles, right? You just have to wash it and immediately hang it up, and then I still have laundry to do, by the way. Wow. Wow, I'm gonna get through. Yep. Cheers. Okay, I went to the park. I sat there. I felt like crap, but I had my slackline with me, and I thought, why did I even bring it? You know, why did I even walk here? I walked through the city, although I was afraid because I talked to you about something that happened with with these people in the city that kind of attacked me and punched me, and I wasn't sure if one had a knife and stuff. Which is why I actually stayed away from the city for a very long time. It was the first time now that I went back. And it was like a market for second-hand goods, and the city was really packed. And at one point I saw a bunch of guys who looked like, you know, one of them could be one of them. And I just started like, I just vanished in the crowd. And I realized, yeah, I am afraid to screw up and to not be able to finish my mission, actually still for the woman that I fell in love with, although she's just not here and I never see her. And I don't even know if she's still there or if she would ever want me again. You know, that's the really weird stuff. But that doesn't really matter. What matters is that, you know, I went through the city, and that was like a major thing for me because it was the first time. I felt a bit ashamed that I ran away from these guys because I think it was them. I know it was them. One of them was them. Nice. Okay. And then I went to the park, and I first relaxed a little, and it was beautiful weather. Okay. And at one point I realized, you know, I relaxed enough, and then I set up the slackline, and then, you know, a young guy showed up, and, you know, I've met him before. And he asked me, first of all, where were you so long? Because I really wasn't in the park for a very long time. Like a very long time. A very long time. Like, not just weeks. Oh, fuck it. Maybe weeks, maybe month. I don't know. Time passed. And I said, well, I was living my life. And then he came and he said, okay, how was your channel called again? And he said that he actually watched a couple of my videos. Okay. You know, nobody besides family ever told me that they really watched my videos. And I had one friend, yeah, I soon consider him a friend, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1. Damn it, 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 damn it. Damn it. That was a challenge. Okay, this whole talk is a challenge. I don't even know why. This shouldn't be hard. But to me, this was all really emotional, like not just my emotions, but also other people's emotions that I just seem to be able to pick up. Like, first of all, when you start working in this kind of spiritual stuff and you create content or whatever, you know, it's not just the content that I create, you know, you don't know what I do when the camera is not running, how often I talk to people, how often I've already counseled people on their problems. Yeah, that was, but I'm getting closer. I mean, you don't know how often I already counseled people, how often I went to teenagers that were angry, started talking with them, and they just started to, like, that they didn't beat me up. I mean, they were close to it. You know, this is not child's play. These people can literally kill you if you're not careful, because these people are really angry. They hate everyone and they're afraid. And you go there and you start talking to them, like, this is the kind of emotional work that nobody can teach you. Right? You do it or you don't do it. You know, I'm doing it. And that's the hard stuff. You know, going to your parents. And loving them, that's hard emotional work, right? I often don't even want to go there because it's hard emotional work and nobody knows how to do it. But I know how to do it. And I know how to love a woman that, you know, fuck. That was luck. You know, that maybe thinks she doesn't deserve it or something. You know, I don't know, right? This is hard stuff. You know, you may fall in love with a woman that, you know, is afraid of everything, especially of being awful and terrible, and you want to love her. Yeah, good job. You know, I mean, good luck. You know, that's like one of the hardest things a man can do. And then at the same time, you know, I'm talking about fear and, you know, trying to get people to realize that there are also other options than vaccinations. You know, I'm not saying you can't get vaccinated. I'm just saying there are other options, man. You know, such as going to the forest, making sure your immune system is okay. Because there are some people who react badly to vaccinations. I'm not a doctor. I cannot counsel you on any of this. I can only work with emotions, right? I can only work with emotions. Okay. I'm still figuring out how to do this. Like, I barely started. That's what I know. I barely started with, you know, creating content. I barely started. And there's going to be a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. And that's what you have to be aware of. If you start receiving a lot of attention, that's not just the attention you get, like, you get attention. No, you can feel the attention, even if there's nobody there. You can feel it from a distance. You know, you can feel people's hatred and anger. If you want to support teenagers, you know, you have to prepare yourself. You know, you don't just do that. You have to literally work with the energy. And that's tough. Like, really tough. Because if you lie awake at night, you're gonna feel millions of people watching your content, judging you, and you have to learn to disassociate yourself from that. Which brings me to practices like meditation, which brings me to, you know, going into nature and getting rid of all that, you know, because you have to channel it. You know, that's what it's about when you are a content creator. And that's why some people don't manage anymore. You know, why they stop. because it's hard emotional work. And that's what you have to realize. You know, that's what's attached to it. But if you know how to do it, you know, you can keep doing this for a very long time. I don't know how long, but very long. Probably your entire life when you're devoted to it. And I'm very good at this. I'm just saying. How did I used to do it? I think I go in this direction. I'm very good at this. I can channel energy, but I also make sure that my body works the way it's supposed to work. And that's basically all you can do, right? You just struggle and push through. You know, struggle and push through. That's all you can do. And that's all I've ever done. And I just continue to do it. And that's a struggle. So I push through. So for the first time today, you know, these kids came and he said, you know, what's your content called? You know, how is your channel called again? I told him spiritual advice from Barbarian Lunatic. He said, no, that's not it. Later we figured out that he just looked my name up, Christopher Reusch. And, you know, that he could remember, but not, you know, the long title. And then it also became apparent that he had actually watched a great number of my videos. He started asking me very personal questions, such as, okay, now I have to make it back. Why do you not have furniture in your apartment? And I was like, Jesus, man, you know, am I supposed to do... Damn it, I can't hear them, which is bad. Actually, I learned to shut myself off entirely. I don't hear anything anymore from others, which is good, which is what I had to learn. Yeah, nice. Good that I left it. So I continued slacklining, and at the same time they were asking me questions. And then at some point, they offered me a joint, which I never received, and I actually wasn't sure if I should even take it. Yeah, that was stupid. But in the end I didn't, which I was actually happy about. I think they realized I didn't really want it. I just said it for whatever reason, right? Sometimes I just want to please people. You know, I'm also a sucker for love, you know, I can't help it. I'm just a sucker for love, and I can't help it. And that's just a fact. Like, okay, Jesus. Anyway, I slacklined backwards, man. That was really astonishing. I didn't know I could do it, and then I did it. You know, that's like a child taking its first step, and then suddenly the child stands and it just knows how to do it. You know, it's like, oh wow, you know, that's how I just slackline backwards. I just did it. Oh wow, I can slackline backwards. Amazing. Can you just give me a mask, please? No. Just give me a damn mask. Oh yeah, thanks. Just have to die often enough. I want to keep it, because otherwise it's pointless. Why can't I jump over it? Anyway, I'm gonna manage. So I walked backwards over the slack line. I was like, wait, what now? Since when can I do this? And then I just kept walking, and I'm gonna film it. Yeah, maybe not tomorrow, but I am going to film it. And okay, I managed walking backwards on a setup that I usually don't use, which is much closer to the ground and quite tighter than usual. But it was still astonishing, and then I was amazed. It's like that completely blew my mind. You know, sometimes you actually freak out, but I was keeping that to myself. I couldn't really share it to anyone. In a way, I was hoping that, you know, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. Now it's gone. I should have jumped on it. This is so incredibly stupid. Yeah. It doesn't really fucking matter. All of the work for nothing. Because you didn't jump on it. You should have jumped on it. Yeah, I'm just gonna play the level to the end. Leave me alone. Yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah. Just want to finish. Oh yeah, here's something that I can do actually. Ta-da! Okay, so what happened? Slackline backwards. And then I went to my parents, and I just sometimes don't understand why my mother likes me so much. Like, there's actually, I don't know, there's some form of love that you can give your parents that they may not be able to give each other or themselves. I don't know why though. And I sometimes have the feeling that, I don't know, my kind of love seems to be special, which would explain why people would watch my content, of course. But what you have to understand is that I don't know anything about this because, you know, I'm the one giving it. I'm not receiving it. You know, if I watch it, I like it, but I don't understand what I'm really saying here. I mean, what am I really saying? You know, what's the meaning of me sitting here saying this or speaking about just emotions? I mean, how does this make any sense? How is this worth doing or spending your time with? You see what I mean? I mean, this just seems like a waste of time or something. Anyway. That's just my perspective. Why do I have to do this again? No. I think I'm gonna stop. Okay, was there anything else? Oh yeah, exactly. Well, what freaked me a little later was that, you know, at one point in my life, it may actually be like this. And that's what you have to consider when you start creating content. That you may go to a city, let's say Amsterdam, and then people come and say, hey, you're the Barbarian Lunatic. And you may not like this. Well, if you don't like it, then don't start. Because once you start, you know, you're out in the open and people will pay attention to you. And there's people that may start following you, and these people may be weird or angry or just sad or confused, or they need your help, and then they're going to try to reach you. And if that's going to be a lot of people, you know, maybe I'm just over-exaggerating. You know, maybe I'm just exaggerating. I don't think you can actually over-exaggerate, because exaggeration is already doing it more than you actually have to. But let's say you have, I don't know, even maybe a couple of hundred followers, and suddenly people want your advice. Okay. Can you give advice? Maybe not, but they can ask you questions and you may answer them, which is then what puts you in a kind of a guru position. And then you have to take responsibility, because depending on what you tell people, like, you cannot be too much. You cannot tell them exactly what you do. You could say what you would do, and you could actually just give them an example from your own life, which is always the best thing, so that they can figure it out for themselves. You know, we should always encourage people to help themselves and not make them depend on us. You actually, you know, that's what Alan Watts said. You know, I'm actually trying to get rid of you. That's what he says, and that's what I'm saying, because I like this kind of mentality, to say I actually don't want to keep you. You know, I'm not a doctor. You know, I don't want to sell you pills against diabetes for the rest of your life. You know, I'm going to tell you you have to change your diet and eat ketogenic, and whatever you think diabetes is may actually go away. You know, that's just a perspective, but it's a very valid perspective, and something that you can look up on the internet, because there's research papers on there, which I've never read. I just know they exist. It's just not the commonly accepted, you know, pharmaceutical opinion, because you can't make money with this. Well, you can. I have to do it, because there's no point in going back. So the question was, I went to the park. Why did I go to the park? Because my feeling told me to go there. And I did it. And now I have to face the consequences, which, you know, I think I was trying to hide from I don't know what. And today I simply showed myself again. But I don't know what that means, right? I don't know what the consequences of my actions are, because there's always a deeper meaning connected to everything you do. And that's why I start being a little bit scared sometimes about doing things. And I often don't really want to do them, but then you just do it anyway. But then you also do things that you wouldn't know you would do. And then you're going to have these moments where you basically freak out, because what the fuck did I just do? You know, I don't know. And that's the truth. I don't know what I do, and I don't know where that's going to get me. But here I am talking about stuff that makes no sense. And possibly, I don't know, maybe somebody's going to listen to it. And maybe not. You know, I don't know what I say, and I don't know what it means to you when I say something. And maybe it's just for you, you know, maybe you just had a bad day and you felt really shit, and you just want to hear somebody else, you know, struggling a little. Hey, that could have almost... Right? So you never know what's gonna happen. I know that I will continue to stay away from the city, because it appears that every time I go there, these people just come back for me. And I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. You know, I'm just saying, I don't like it at all. And so, how am I going to deal with this? I don't know, right? I'm just going to continue living my life. I want to try to make the most out of it. I'm going to see what's going to happen. I'm just going to continue producing whatever content I want to produce. And I'm going to grow. And I'm just going to see whatever woman comes forward. And when that's gonna happen, I don't know. But until it's there, I'm just gonna continue. And that's all you can basically do. You know, I'm just saying that's basically all you can do in this kind of life, right? And, you know, fuck it. It said, what is it saying now? I just blew my disguise. You know why? Because I was trying to act tough. I was trying to act tough, like really tough. But I'm not tough. You know, I am tough. You know, I'm really tough. But, you know, I can fight. Okay, what do I say? I just blew my disguise. You know, I was trying to act like, you know, I'm going to fight. But I actually don't want to. You know, that's not what I'm here for. You know, I'm fighting for something, but I don't waste my time fighting against people. That makes no sense. So I'm trying to teach people to be strong. And that takes a lot of time and effort, because in order to teach others how to be strong, I first have to figure out what makes me weak and how to be strong myself. And that's... damn it. And that's tough. So I have to figure out where the pitfalls are, right? Because I'm going first. And I'm trying to develop some kind of method so I can put it in a book or write a song about it, you know? I'm trying to get to some kind of place of truth so that I can then say, you know, that's all I did all of this, you know, to get there. And that's tough on me because, you know, I've never talked with somebody who did what I did and that can, you know, consciously, yeah, okay, actually maybe Ramdas, okay, but Ramdas had a guru that basically told him what to do. But not always, you know. Terence McKenna never talked about how he got, or at least I haven't found the talk, where he got where he was in the end. And that's something I would be actually interested in. But, you know, I don't know where to find it. I mean, he said that he used to, you know, he said things like that he used to smuggle drugs. But how did he get from, right, smuggling drugs to talking to an audience? And what I have to accept is, you know, I'm not Terence McKenna. Because I'm not a drug smuggler. I'm different. I have to find my own path. Yeah. have to find my own way through life. And, you know, it's hard enough as it is. But, you know, I'm certain that I can defeat the guy with the hammer, you know. And if I would ever be cornered by, you know, weird cronies that have nothing better to do than to roam the streets and beat up people, well, I think I know how to defend myself. But I also realize, you know, I'd rather go to the forest and slackline. I think what I did today was just a test. I just wanted to see if the city here has anything for me, and I realized it has nothing for me. You know, it's just angry idiots running around, and I'd rather stay away from that. And that's a cold hard fact. So I think I just wanted to see what the status quo was. And I mean, if I would be here and I would have friends over, you know, I could talk with them and I wouldn't have to worry about any neighbors. But at the same time, of course, you want to be respectful. So I'm trying to talk as silently as I can while still making myself heard. And I think that's all there is to it. But yeah, I slackline backwards. Why did it take me so hard to get there? If I slackline backwards, I mean, how awesome is that? Have you ever seen anyone slackline backwards? Well, I have, which is me. Oh, damn it. You know, just plunge right into it and then just see what happens. That sounds like really stupid advice. And when I say it, it actually sounds like I'm actually talking about, a woman or something. But I don't know. It's a balancing act. I don't know who I'm really talking about. Plunge right into it, what does that even mean? Because there's nobody to plunge into, if you know what I mean. Right? I mean, do you see someone here? No, I'm all alone. And I may continue to be alone for quite some time, but I don't know that. Life is weird. I just don't get it. And that's the truth. Life is really weird. And all you can do is continue. And the weirdest thing is that I actually like it. That I actually like how weird life is. But sometimes it's just too much. And it's something about faking it. It says, of course you had to fake it. Fake what? What does that mean? Fake what? What does that mean? Of course you had to fake it. Of course you were faking it. But I don't even know what I was faking. Now it says you knew you would go back. Damn it. go back. Go back where? Go back where? Right? Well, if only I knew. But I don't. Oh, God. See, that's really annoying. Actually, it isn't. Cheers. Exactly my point. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through it one more time. I'm not sure what I'm going through, to be honest. Okay. I went to the boulder hall. I met someone. I said, hey. And I wasn't sure who I was saying it to. Did I say it to the one that I saw there? Or did I say it to somebody, you know, like, was it a conversation of spirit? You know, that's what I really don't get ever. But yeah, I don't think it's that important, to be honest. It says it is. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just waiting for someone to make a move. I'm not sure if this someone has to be specific or it can be anyone. I think that's what I have to find out. I will continue, that's now my resolution that I'm forming. I will continue 88 lives to make videos, to produce content until something has changed. And you can say, no, thank you for watching. Let's check how long I recorded this. Okay, this was almost 2 hours. Just say thank you to the creators of this game, because they helped me. I needed to watch this. My hands are getting stronger, by the way. Yeah. That's from climbing. You don't see it, but that's from biting my fingernails, which I'm trying to stop. Okay. Is there anything else? For the first time in a while, I hugged my mother, and it made her really happy, and I just don't get it. You know, I don't need people to hug me, but there are people that are really happy when I hug them. Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand why people are the way they are. I just realized I actually don't need anybody. I just go to people because I have the feeling they need me. I mean, if some people wouldn't call me, I would never call them. You know, they call me to ask me stuff, and I don't understand why. You know, I'm just holding my space. I'm trying to be who I am. And I just sit around and I do stuff. And that's basically what Grandmaster Wolf says. You know, he says, you know, I'm enlightened. I just do shit. You just keep yourself busy and then you answer people's questions. I'm just waiting for questions. And today I was asked a lot of questions, really weird questions, like, do you want to have a girlfriend? Yeah, sure. You know, I said something about, yeah, but I want a strong wife. I don't just want a girlfriend. It's true in a way. But if there would be a girlfriend I could pass the time with, I think I would do it. I think I would just do it. Because, you know, I don't know. It's just my life. And if I meet a woman now that's interested in me, why should I sit around moping about some other woman? I don't know what I am going to do. No woman has really offered herself to me, in the sense that she would come to me and like kiss me and stuff. That's what I want, right? The woman has to show me that she wants it. She has to be right in my face, and if she's not, then I'm just not gonna, I'm just gonna leave, because I don't need sex. I don't need anything. I don't need anything. I just try things. Can I ruin my feeling of enlightenment by eating chicken? No, I cannot. It's still there. I may feel angry if I eat meat, but I know how to deal with it. Just have to take a breather. So there's nothing. Once you're awake, and you cannot stop it. But you can make it harder for yourself. So I do watch my diet. Like soda drinks are okay. But if I drink too much coffee or Coke, I'm gonna feel shit. I'm gonna have heartburn. And I'm gonna have a lot of diarrhea probably. And when my feces burn, when I defecate, I should change my diet, people. I should learn to change my diet. So you have to have a more, you have acid, and then you have, what's the opposite of acid? Alkaline. So there's a more alkaline based lifestyle. And an alkaline based lifestyle is like, I'm stretching time out if you don't get it. I can stretch time and I can pull it together. Or maybe you could say time is stretching itself out and it's pulling itself together, and I have no control over it. It's just happening. And that's how I make really fast experiences that feel like eons or decades, while to you it's just a number of seconds or a couple of minutes. I live in eternity. A second can turn into eternity. I take one step and it feels like, the step was taking forever. That's what you get when you live mostly in the observer or the meditative state. Sometimes I go hiking and I focus so much on hiking and on getting where I want to be also sometimes, that, you focus on hiking and suddenly you realize, oh wow, I just hiked a couple of kilometers, but it was just over in a couple of seconds. So I can speed through time, and that's time travel. So I can, shamans know how to access portals, but I don't consciously access these places. I just trust that, if I just go, I'm going to get where I want to be. I go for a hike and I talk. I make this recording and I talk. I invest time. I pile up time. And once you realize that I exist, I already have, I don't know, 1 million followers maybe. Who knows? Maybe I will not have any followers ever again. I don't know. It's not my place to decide these things. I just do what I'm told because I'm here with a mission, and I just try to infect people with consciousness and to get them to reflect and see the benefits. And for that, I have to show them how I can stretch my boundaries and how I can actually do things that are hard to explain, such as talk to them directly while recording some of my content you know, and catch them having thoughts, because I'm talking to you in the future and I know what kind of thoughts you may have. I'm not going to do this all the time because it's going to blow the scene. And now you also have to understand how many people are going to hear me say this. How many people are going to listen to this entire thing and not going to hear me say what you just heard me say. You know, they're just going to miss it. And maybe they're going to watch it again and then they're going to catch it. You know, it's weird. It makes no sense. But that's my life. I have nothing, literally nothing to hold on to. Everything just slips away. Everything slips away from me. But I keep my skills when I'm supposed to have them, you know. I don't have all the skills always, but I can hone them. When I know I've had a skill once, I can work on that skill. Such as, you know, jumping high. I may jump high once, or I may walk backwards on the slack line, but if I don't keep doing it, it will become hard again. So I have to keep practicing, and this is also why I keep talking. I don't just do this for you. I do this to learn how to present, you know, because I've been shown what my life is going to be like, and I have to be ready for it, and I am. And so I just keep talking, and at one point talking became easy, but it was hard in the beginning. And so I'm just flooding the internet with content of a guy that's not phony, you know, that's just all out there. I mean, I'm completely transparent. I have no idea how this is supposed to be like if ever a woman would live with me. You know, would she be in my content? It says, sure, why not? I actually thought I had to keep her out of this. But, you know, she doesn't have to talk in here. But I suppose she can say things if she wants to. You know, and I could only allow a woman that has something to say something in here. You know, if that be a woman here where I say, you know, yeah, we just met, we're just gonna have sex, she couldn't talk on here. So I wouldn't film myself when such a woman would be here. You know, I would film myself only with probably one woman. And this woman then, when she says something, I know she's going to speak from a place of truth. And she's going to say what she has to say. And, you know, that's it then. And I think that's it for today. Yeah, it's strange. What else is there to say? You know what, the funny thing is, I don't know what people think when they hear me talk about stuff. Maybe they can just relate to me, you know, oh wow, he's also struggling. Now I feel much better. You know, now I feel a bit safe again, because life just shook me up a little. And now I realized I'm gonna keep the Blu-ray player, I'm gonna keep all the DVDs and Blu-rays, I'm gonna keep the sound system for whatever reason, because you never know what's ahead in the future. Might come in handy at some point. And I'm just gonna watch out for something. I don't know. What else? I mixed Bluetooth is terrible for you, and I always forget to turn it off on my laptop. I don't even know why it's terrible. I mean, just as phones are terrible. What's this? I mixed black tea with this vata mixture, which contains sweetwood, coriander, and cinnamon, amongst others. And what else did I put in? Peppermint. No ginger this time. I put peppermint. I loved it. Sometimes you just have to change the way you're doing things. And I realized I want to watch movies. I just wasn't sure if I can allow myself. But I use these movies sometimes for my content. Because they just inspire me to do things a bit differently. And because I fill myself with things that I used to spend time with, I also deal with childhood things, which is weird because you say, you know, if you're enlightened, why do you have to deal with these things? Because that's how I still gather insights, because I have a lot of experiences that I still have to look at, because you're never done. I mean, you just can keep going. I mean, I don't know, maybe it's just a pastime activity. Maybe I just have to uncover these hidden treasures so I can bring it back to the people so that they can listen to what I found and then reflect it upon themselves and see how they feel about it, and then heal themselves. Because I open up about my emotions, my vulnerable places, I'm transparent, and that means that when you listen to me talking about my emotions, which is speaking truth, then you can relate to it if you have similar experiences or completely different experiences. It's just being with someone who's in truth. Let's just say it like this because that's how it is. And you can distinguish people who are truthful. Sometimes it has something to do with eyebrows. You know, you can see them if you know how to see them. I don't really know how to see them. I just see myself. I'm quite ignorant in some degree, right? I'm ignorant to tax payments and stuff. You know, I don't know how to deal with these things. It's true. I just, you know, I'm like, my hands can only do certain things. You know, just massage a beautiful woman maybe, and twiddle the tune of the clitoris, which I'm really good at. I mean, if there's a woman lying in front of me, I just know everybody has buttons, and you just have to figure out how to tweak these. So if you have a woman in front of you, you know, you start with stroking her, you open her up, and you start with the ears, and like nibbling her and kissing her, and just make her feel appreciated. And then you start, you know, you start here, give her a massage, and then you go down. You don't start with her private parts. No, this is the last thing you open. You start here, or at the feet, you know, at the feet, and then you work yourself up and you spare out her, you know, the vagina. You just spare it out. You know, it's not that you put your finger in somebody's, you know, whatever. That's not the first thing you do. No, you first have to get her into it. You just stroke her, and you're really gentle with her, and you give her little kisses, and you have to pay attention to what she likes also. What makes her breathe harder, you know? So when you go down on a woman, you do oral sex, you know, you start first up here and you kiss, and at one point you start going down, and you just, you know, create a path of kisses. You kiss her navel. You know, some women are very sensitive at the navel, so you just have to pay attention to this because every woman is different. And then you keep going down, and then, you know, you don't just take your finger and jab it into her. No, you first start kissing her lips down there. You start kissing her lips, and you spare out the clitoris, and then you start going with your tongue. I've actually trained this. You know, I did like this, and then I did that. Right? You smash it against your teeth, and that gives your tongue strength. I've got a strong tongue. My tongue is wet. My tongue is warm. My tongue is moist. My tongue is... I can expand it. And doing, you know, pleasing a woman with your tongue is also hard work. So in the beginning, it's going to be exhausting. So you can mold around her private parts, and you start kissing. You know, it's like you're kissing her mouth. And then you can make your tongue pointy. at her and massage her clitoris with it. You can also go in a little. Then you can also add your finger, and you can even reach up and massage her breasts. And some women don't like it so much with their breasts, but some like it. It's probably best if you learn to not ask too many questions, to just be quiet, and to just take her all in, right? I mean, of course. I mean, if you have lots of Tinder dates, you probably don't want to go down on them. You just want to wear a condom because they're going to be dirty. They're just going to have sex with lots of guys. And then it doesn't smell nice. It just smells like a cloaca. You want a woman that at least keeps herself clean a little bit. Which is why, to me, it's also important that before having sex that you kind of, that you both take care of each other. I mean, that you clean yourselves. And it shouldn't be just a one-man show. It shouldn't just be you. It's also nice if the woman takes care of you. But there is some kind of, I do have kind of a professional attitude also when it comes to sex. Because what you have to realize is that sex is or can be healing. But in order to be healing, one of you has to be conscious about this. And so if you feel like she's retreating from you, I don't know, you cannot force this. If you feel rejected and make a problem out of it, I don't know, right? I don't know everything about women, but generally, if I have the feeling a woman retreats from me, I stop. I don't have to have sex that badly. If the woman doesn't really want it, I'm just gonna stop. I'm not pursuing her unless I have the feeling she really wants me to. I'm that kind of guy. I'm quite sensitive, I'm quite gentle, but I'm also firm, and I worked hard, so I've got a lot of strength. And sometimes it helps to say these things so that you start to realize again that you have something to give and that you know how to do these things. And so whatever woman comes, you just have to take care of her. And that's what you have to do as a man. Take care of the woman that wants to be with you. But also make sure you want to be with her, If it's one-sided, it's going to be dishonest. It has to be honest. And that's it. And I don't know. I'm just living my own life now. I just see what's going to happen. First come, first serve or something. Yeah, that's it. I reset enough. I don't know why I can talk so much. Because I practiced it, that's why.